Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Bayan here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwad, which is your brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. All right. And in this lesson is going to be titled here, Get Comfortable with Being Uncomfortable. All right. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right. Because we ultimately know we're on the brinks of Jacob's trouble. All right. Jacob's trouble being a time like no other, you know, where the Lord, you know, it's kind of like the climax of the fall of Babylon. All right. It's going to be like the one of the peak points of where it's just going to be madness. All right. And let me just kick it off with that. I had some other precepts, but might as well just grab Jeremiah 30 real quick. Like I said, Jacob's trouble being a time like no other. And, you know, ultimately wrapping our minds around that, all right? And everything that's going to come about it. Because, you know, we got to meditate on these scriptures, okay? We don't know what our lots is going to be, you know, at that point in time. But we know, we just pray that the Lord is going to be with us. I'm skipping over it. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah 30:6. It says, Ask now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. The time of Jacob's trouble. Okay. It just told you that it's a time of no other. All right. And then the verse prior to that, it was telling you of men travailing like women. All right. Let you know, that it's going to be some scary times. All right. But at the end of it, in verse 20, so like verse 7, it says that, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. And who's that he? All right. He's that elect. All right. The people that are sighing and crying, you know, and doing everything while the grace period is open. All right. While the Lord is still listening. All right. So, you know, now that we didn't set the table with that, I'm going to jump to the book of Sirach, chapter 2. And 2 and 1, it says, Sirach chapter 2 and 1, it says, My son, if thou come and serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble. All right, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. All right, it's a lot, but again, you know, it's something you need to wrap your mind around. Okay, because the Lord all throughout the scriptures is telling you, prepare. All right, be on your watch. All right, read the times, read the signs that I'm giving you. All right, I told you it's going to be earthquake, famines, you know, in rumors of war. All right, all of these things that are going to be happening around you. All right, so knowing that these times are going to come, and then knowing that Jacob's trouble is going to come, you know, at the peak of everything. All right, you need to be wrapping your mind around these things and getting comfortable with it. All right. And as much as uncomfortable as that is, you know, it has to happen. All right. You know, the Lord don't have us, you know, he's Lord willing, you know, that you have that number. The Lord is not going to have us out here down bad. All right. But it's going to be a situation that you've never, you know, pretty much been in, you know, ever in your life. All right. Because again, it's a time like no other. So it's no record throughout the history books to say that, okay, Jacob's trouble is going to be like this. All right, we could watch movies and we could read books and things and be like, all right, this could be some wild shit that could be happening around here, but do we know exactly? No, but we know that it's going to be a real fearful time, man. All right, but again, knowing that it comes with the it comes with everything. Okay, with the Lord is basically, you know, this tryout. You know, brothers like to say, you know, it's a tryout. It's an audition. All right, it's an audition to be you know, part of that elect. All right, being a part of that 1/3, and ultimately the 144,000. You know, the judges. You know, that's going to be heirs to the throne, Yahweh Shai. All right, but you know, it just comes with it. So if it comes with it and you can't go around it, you can't run away from it, because if you run away from it, you're gonna throw away your crown. So it's just something that you just gotta, you know, gird up your loins and push through it. All right, and you know, it's not as scary to know what you're walking into, or of even just thinking, to try to wrap your mind around it. All right, but it's way more scary if you just don't know what the hell is going on. All right, if you just walk into a room and you didn't know that somebody was in there, you didn't hear anything, you wasn't even thinking about somebody possibly being in the room, it's gonna scare the shit out you. All right, but if you go on towards this door, you're like, damn, I know I gotta open this door, and I know that something is right there. What is it? All right, that's a way better mindset than just walking in there and just being, you know, getting caught off guard. All right. But the next precept I got here is the book of Acts, chapter 14, and I believe it's 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples. So like Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. Through much tribulation we must go through. All right. So even if things doesn't seem too bad right now, it's going to get bad. All right, because the Lord said it. The Lord said it was going to happen. All right, and again at the latter end of that verse, and that we must through much tribulation into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, it's only one way. All right, it's only one way. And matter of fact, let me see. Another precept just popped in my head. Let me just do it quicker. This wasn't the one I was looking for. Salaki. I'm just trying to be quick with it, knowing that I could have just got it in my book, but I don't know why. I just feel like that time when your clock is going, like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get this precept. Nah, I need to calm my ass down. I don't know why I was thinking this was in Sirach too. Sirach, I just found it though. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, 9, my bad, 7 and 7. That's why I couldn't find it, because I was in the wrong goddamn book. All right. But this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7 and 6. It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and the only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. All right.
if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he ever shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right. All right. But the point is, that being that narrow path. All right. At first, I was looking at in the book of Matthew with broad being the way of destruction, but that's fitting, but not the one I was looking for. But needless to say, it's going to be fearful. All right. It's going to be a fearful thing to know that if you're walking down the path, and that analogy being fire on one side and water on the other side, all right, it makes you think that, okay, you got to remain balanced. All right, you have to remain balanced and keep your eyes straight ahead, because the moment you look to the right, you're going to fall. The moment you look to the left, you're going to fall, or you're just going to lose your balance overall. All right, but it's just staying locked in and moving forward. All right, understanding that if I just stay locked in, that I'm going to make it, Lord's will. All right. But next precept I got is going to be the book of St. John. This is the book of St. John, chapter 15 and 20. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. All right. But, obviously that could go into, the persecution of the saints. All right. Because we know, some of us will be thrown in prisons. Some of us will have to face death. All right. But the point I want to harp on is the fact that, Yahweh Shai went through some crazy things being upon that cross. All right. And even that walk upon of getting put onto the cross. All right. Humiliated, that's probably the biggest, well, not the biggest thing. The biggest thing was him putting to death. But, throwing shit on him, throwing piss on him, all right, stabbing him, all these things that just came about of that walk, that last couple minutes of the Lord's death, all right, ultimately, all right. But knowing that these things is a possibility, all right, the Lord just letting you know that, see everything that they did to me, all right, and then looking at what they've done to all of the men of the Lord, the prophets, the followers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the deaths that that many prophets had to go through, in believing in this thing, all right, knowing all of these things, just prepare your mind, all right, because it's a very good possibility, all right. But everybody, nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to go through it. We don't understand that pain. All right. And that's calm. I mean, that's normal. So that's a normal feeling. All right. That is nothing that anybody willingly like, all right, it's just time for me to just die. It's going to be a bit of resistance to it, naturally with the body and nerves and everything. But, these scriptures is the main thing that's going to keep your mind at ease. All right. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at our times. That's the go-to precept. That if you don't know any other precept, know that precept. All right, because that allows you to know that these scriptures, the words that the Lord gave you through this book, to comfort you, it is going to keep you stable in the times of trouble. All right, so you have to act off the impulses of what was taught to you. All right, we're not sitting here just reading and studying the scriptures just to do it. All right, we're doing that for extra ammo, extra comfort, in the times of trouble. All right, and I'm ended off right here. This is the book of Job 38:3. It says, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. So but gird up thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. All right, so take upon these things, this walk that we got to go through, and all of the bullshit that comes with it, the near close calls, deaths, whatever, don't think it's strange. All right, don't think it's strange at all. All right, but the Lord is letting you know that if you're a man of the Lord, emphasize that being a man of the Lord, being a man of the Lord. All right. So gird up your loins. The Lord requires that. All right. He's not looking for people that's tucking their tail in the time of trouble. All right. He's not looking for people that's gonna, pretty much just give up. The Lord is not looking for that. All right. He's looking for a man. He's looking for a manly man that's willing to stand on this and die behind this thing. All right, if need be. All right, because they will have, some brothers that won't taste death and are just gonna be saved in the nick of time. And just receive their new bodies in the chariots. But that was pretty much all I had on this lesson. I pray that it was edifying. Prior to get out of here, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Akwad, wishes you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. And shalom.